Alright, in this video I'll be showing you how to create the graphs out of your disaggregated survey data. So as you can see, I went ahead and I finished all the tally marks for all of my data. So there it is. Next thing I want to do is I need to get all of this into a spreadsheet in Google Sheets. So open up a browser window, log into your Google, go to Sheets. Alright, once you're in there, go ahead and set up your table. Now obviously I'm not going to put tally marks in here, I want numbers. So I'll just go back and see, alright, so first row, Wendy's, so 7, 5, 6, and 5. So I'll come back and type that in. 7, 5, 6, and 5. And then I'll do the same thing for the others. So Taco Bell, 1202. 1202. McDonald's, 3, 2, 4, and 3. 3, 2, 4, 3. Raising Cane's. Alright, so 5, 3, 5, and 6. 5, 3, 5, 6. Alright, Subway, Eat Fresh. 2, 8, 4, and 3. 2, 8, 4, and 3. Burger King, 0, 1, 0, 1. That's a shocker, huh? 0, 1, 0, 1. Alright, and then Rallies, 1022. 1022. Okay, now, once I've got all of the data in there, I can add across and find the total for the rows, and add down and find the total for the columns. Or if you're lazy like I am, I can have the sheets do it for me. Okay. The way that works is if I just click on the box here where I'm going to put my total for the survey respondents that chose Wendy's as their favorite, what I can do is click Insert right here and insert a function. Now the function that I want to insert is a math function, and it is the sum. I just want to add those together, those cells. So the cells I want to add together are B2, C2, D2, and E2. So I'll just type that, B2, comma, C2, D2, and E2. If I hit enter, it'll go ahead and add those together for me. Now the really cool thing is I don't have to go back and do that same process to do all of the rows. What I can do, you see the little box right here? You see how my cursor changed from an arrow to a little plus? If I click and drag straight down, it'll do the exact same thing for all of these rows that I set up for the first row. Well, technically for the second row. Okay? So now I've got totals. Alright? So now I can do the same sort of thing here. Click on this. I can add up all the freshmen by just inserting a function, math, sum. Alright, and this time I want all of the values in the B column. So B2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So B2, this time I'm going to separate it with a colon, B8. Okay, and you saw that it highlighted the cells that it was going to add together. I can do the same thing to add going across. I can just click and drag, and there we go. Now my table is completely, my disaggregated data table is completely filled out. And what I've got is called a two-way table. It's called a two-way table because I can read the data two ways. If I go across the table, I can find out the total for each restaurant that was selected, or if I go down the columns, I can find out how many members of each class were surveyed. Okay? From here, I need a table that's just the frequency. So I'm going to highlight, copy, and paste this. And then I'll just drop it in right here next to this table. And we'll make it so that that fits. All right. And then in this row, I basically want the totals. Okay. Now, you would think, okay, well, I'm just going to copy and paste again. But something interesting happens when you try that. You're going to get an error. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, you're going to get an error because look what happened. Right? The numbers changed. Numbers changed because it included values that we didn't want it to. Okay? If you think about the way that those formulas were set up, now it's going to include other numbers. Right? So we can't do that. We'll just have to type. Okay? So I'm going to go back and undo that, and we'll just type total and 23, 5, 12, 19, 17, 2, 5, and of course our total number of respondents was 83. Okay? And then it bothers me when things aren't in the middle, so I'm just going to fix that real quick. Let's see. Format, alignment, center. Okay, now we have a frequency table as well. The frequency table is what we're going to use to make our graphs. So, now here's the thing. I don't want to include the total. I do not want to include the total in my graphs. So when I highlight the frequency table, I'll make sure that I do not highlight the row for total. Just these rows. Okay? Now, I'm going to insert a chart. Got to give it a minute. It takes a minute to do this. Okay? So here's my chart, and I'm going to move it down here. You see that it's got all my different restaurant choices. Okay? And it's got bars for the frequency. Okay? And if I highlight over them, it'll tell me exactly what the frequency is. Okay? We want to do the same thing, but we want to create a circle graph. So we'll hit Insert, Chart. Now notice it inserts another bar graph for you. Okay? Now over here to the side of the page, you see I've got a chart editor. And I can just change in the drop down to the circle graph. So I'm going to take and I'm going to move this, maybe. There we go. All right, come on, let me move you. There we go. Move that. Okay, so now I've got everything that I need. I've got my two-way table that I use to disaggregate my data. I've got my frequency table, and then I've got the bar graph and the circle graph that I created from my frequency table. All right, there you go. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to take all of this information and insert it into the response template.